Okay, so how do I do the Finding Simple Shapes and Objects worksheet? Well, first I'm going to grab a colored pencil or a colored pen. This just makes it easier to see my lines on the paper. And we're just going to be looking for simple shapes within each of these images. So the first one is already done for you. Everyone's going to see these simple shapes different. It's just how you are breaking down a complex object into something more simple. So we've got a circle for the head, circle for the mouth and nose, a circle for the nose, an upside down U for the mouth, circles for eyes. So like try to break them down into things that are more simple shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one for you. Let's see if I can zoom that in. Cool. All right. So again, I'm going to see things a little bit different than you. So it's okay if yours is not exactly the same. So I'm going to start with the big oval that's the top of the bowl. And then I'm going to do a big U shape. This is almost like a big moon shape if I wanted to close it. And then I'm just going to start filling in where these plants are at. So I have an oval. I have an oval. This is kind of like a cone shape with the bottom cut off. I have a big oval here. I have a big oval here. And what this is doing is this is just going to help me figure out where objects are going in my drawing. So if I were to use this as my reference, I've kind of mapped out where things are going so that when I go to start drawing it on a sheet of paper, I can start mapping out these basic shapes and where maybe they overlap other things, maybe how close they are to each other, how big they are compared to each other. And it just helps me kind of start mapping out my drawing before I get into any of the details. It just helps me figure that out before I'm worrying about any of the small little, oh, how am I going to draw these little leaves? This is just helping me break it down into something more simple. So for this exercise, we are just going through and we are finding those basic shapes. So this is a circle. Yep, my line is messed up. That's okay. This is a rectangle. Keep it simple. If you would like to put this oval in here, that's helpful because that's another shape where it indents. Oops, sorry, it's a little stuck. Yeah, my printer didn't print the best quality today, but I think it's still doable for this. I'm going to do the football player right here. When I draw people, I like to work in circles and ovals. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of my circles in there. I do circles for all the joints. It just, for me, it's easier because I can remember how things bend. And I like to do ovals for all the other parts. This hand is a circle. You can do the football shape if you want to do the football shape, or you can do it as a circle. Circle the hand, arm, arm, chest, side, back, hip, leg, leg, and triangle for foot. If circles are not going to fit into this, then don't force a circle to fit into it. Find the shapes that you can recognize and try to fill those in. So this one, to me, right here, is almost a rectangle, almost a triangle. And then there's a triangle that comes off the front because the foot's bent. Okay. So again, we're going to see shapes a little different than each other, but we're just trying to break it down into something more simple that makes things easier to draw. Because next, when we get into actually drawing that thing, we're going to be trying to break down how does this circle relate to this circle, relate to all these other shapes, so that I can start drawing this football player. Start mapping it out with basic shapes so that I can draw it more easily. Okay. If you have any questions on this, please make sure you ask some people at your group before you ask me. Rewatch parts of this video if you need to. You can talk with your group members and try to work out what this means. And if you're still really, really stuck after that, please come up and ask for help. Make sure you use that sign-up sheet to ask for help. Let me know if you are red orange or green within there. And I'm happy to help you with that. Otherwise, good luck with this assignment. Do your best and put it on Google Classroom when you've finished.